was it bad. Like, like I was fighting demons moving weight today. Jeez Louise, dude. Like, I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Like, I could tell you what was going through my head, but jeez Louise, it was just something different today. Because I got a solid 8 reps with 4 plates on that swing squat thing. Solid 8. And then for my first set, and then like fucking 5 or 6 for my second, and then like 3 or 4 just agony. So I don't know what I was on today. It was fun. Like, I did solid 5. Oh my gosh. Solid 5 reps with 240, 245, I think, for leg curls. And then, like, just to, give my hamstrings a little nice refresher. I only did a 25 and a 10 each side on that, like, standing leg curl. I just did a ton of reps. And then heavy on leg extensions today, like always. But, like, I seatbelted myself in for this one because I knew I was going to push real hard today. That was what? Pushing real hard the entire time. Why would I give up now? Is my thought process now. Is, let's end this off with a good note. Let's end this off. Done. And yeah, I'm very glad that this is how I did my leg day today. Because I ain't even gonna lie to you, like, I could not have done this any other day any differently. Like, if I did this tomorrow same way, I wouldn't do anything different. I would maybe push myself a little harder. Because I pushed hecka hard. Like, I pushed myself as hard as I possibly could today. Next time, I gotta go harder. There is no inkling in the back of my mind that says I will not continue to push that bit harder. And I think, like, the last 2 leg days, and the last leg, because this last leg day and this leg day, hardest leg days I've ever done. I'm not even gonna lie to you. One of the hardest leg days I've ever done. And last upper body day, one of the hardest upper body days I've done. If this next upper body day is very hard, I'm going to be happy because that means I am slowly recovering. Like, my body is finally getting to the point where it needs extra oomph. Think about it. Science has shown that if we do reps in reserve, we'll get stronger over time. We'll get bigger over time. But if I just train like a maniac the entire time, just slowly adding up reps, slowly adding weight, I feel like I'm going to get bigger. There's no doubt in my mind that the size I'm at right now will be a past tense. I will be bigger, I will be leaner, I don't care. Because that is my thought process right now. You have to push yourself as hard as possible to adequately require muscle growth. None of this whole micro tearing shit. None of that. No. The way muscle grows is you use heavy enough weight and it just says, okay, we're stressing. Something's going on. We need more. We need more mass. We need whatever. Let's add on to it. And most of the time, when it asks for more mass, it's asking for muscle mass. But if you're in a calorie surplus, it'll try and grab both. Because your body doesn't care which is which. It just cares. It just understands that, hey, he's moving weight. And we're in a time where we have a surplus of food. We'll add some mass and fat because guess what? We're in a surplus of food, meaning at some point we might be in a deficit. So we're going to add some fat, be okay with it, and just slowly add up. That's how it works. You have to think of it like that because you cannot be thinking of your body as some well-oiled machine. It's oiled. It's a well-oiled machine, but it's not a machine for the purpose you would like. It's a machine specifically meant and created by years of evolution to survive the longest and prosper for the longest. That is what your body was made to do. So it does not care. So that's why it has these adaptive things of getting more muscle mass, getting bigger. Is because it's realized it can't survive in this climate without more muscle. It needs more muscle, man. That's the thought process. It realized, hey, I need this, so we're going to do this. And that's years of evolution. It's great, amazing. So you have to get this through your thick fucking skull and realize that, hey, I don't care what you believe in, but you got to realize this. I was built to survive and prosper. My body's going to do that to its maximum ability. That's either gaining a ton of muscle because it's realized it needs muscle to survive, or it gains fat because it's realized it has enough calorie surplus that it knows it doesn't need to worry about. It's got to worry about that maybe there's a point where it doesn't get enough food. It's very flawed, but it's going to work. It's what you got to get through your skull. Science is great. It's backing everything you think about because someone's tested it at some point. Someone has gone out there and decided to test whether your theory is correct. And guess what? Either it's come out yay or nay. A lot of people's theories are, if I weightlift, will I get bigger? Science says yes. Science also says if you want to gain a ton of muscle mass in the long run and not have to worry about a ton about your joints, do like 1 to 2 reps in reserve. Don't go all the way to failure. But if you are young, you are not worried about this. I'm not gonna lie to you. You don't really need to worry about this when you're fairly young. Your joints are gonna be fine. Now, I'm telling you this as a young kid. A lot of old people will tell you, hey, take care of your joints young. Whoa, you know the best way to take care of your joints? Lifting heavier weights. There's been scientific studies showing that the more pressure you're under, the more strength or weight you're under, this and that, the more your joints actually build and strengthen cartilage. So if you are deteriorating joint wise, get under a barbell. You don't have to lift heavy ass weight. There's a happy medium, heavy ass weight and just heavy weight. Two different things. It's all dependent on you. Heavy ass weight would be your 1 rep max. Let's say your 1 rep max is 225. Some people that'll be like, oh, it's heavy weight, but it's not heavy ass weight. But for you, it's heavy ass weight. So back off to 185. Heavy weight, you get 10, 12 out of it, you're good. Heavy ass weight can deteriorate your joints faster because guess what? Your body's not having the ability to heal your joints and tendons as quickly. Also, there is this running theory that has been proven by a lot that the more reps and more sets you do, the bigger you get. This is a good theory and all. It's a very good theory because that means your body will be struggling talking about doing full body every single day, you want to build the most amount of muscle in the quickest amount of time. Yeah. But you kind of have to train a little bit like a pussy to do it. You have to leave multiple reps in reserve so you can do it the next day, because it's a ton of reps, it's a ton of sets. Because when you do it like that whole thing a ton of times all the time, your muscles grow quickly, but your tendons and ligaments and stuff like that need some time to rest. So you could do this for about a good solid 3 to 5 months before you find some like joint issues and stuff like that, before wear and tear finally kicks in, and then you have to rest for about a week or 2 and then get back at it. That is something like that is very good. And then instead of doing that, there's a lot of people who like to do mesocycles, which is a great way to train. I'm not gonna lie to you, because the reason it's a great way to train is because you get 2 months of a training block. The first week or 2, you are training kind of like a pussy, kind of bitches, and then the third week you start training strong, heavy, and then you continue to keep pushing yourself throughout those few more weeks, because you have 8 weeks of this training block. So you have technically 5 weeks of straight balls to walls training, and then 1 week of just back off, and then a week or 2 of getting back on. 5 weeks of a lot of training, a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of that back off change, and then heavy change. Like, you don't have to change it every time, but you can just like do this mesocycle. You have 5 weeks of just straight train, back off, and then you go back to it, train, back off, train, back off. It gives you a little more extra oomph of not needing to train as you can train harder this way, and also you don't have to worry about you having achy joints, anything like that. You don't have to worry about like something breaking down and stuff like that. All you got to do is worry about, okay, so what do I got to do? Like, you just read your little notebook and go, okay, push. Or you can do it the Coach Greg style, which is just train harder than last time. And if you can't train harder than last time, like you're not feeling the greatest or anything like that, train hard. Train as hard as you can that day. So, harder than last time, that theory that he has a lot to do with perceived exertion. There's a lot with perceived exertion. You could actually move less weight, but feel like you exerted yourself way harder, because you could be a little sick that day, you could be just feeling a little off, and so you just kind of slowly push yourself harder. At some point, you'll get to the point where you can't really push yourself any harder, and your body will literally force you to do some back off sets where you're like doing less weight and trying to push yourself a little harder, and then you go, and then after that you're like feeling decent, and you push yourself a little harder, and a little harder, and a little harder, and a little harder, and a little harder. The harder than last time theory, the harder than last time training method, has a lot to do with you listening to your body instead of just looking at facts and looking at like what your training block is. Yes, I understand this one's a little harder to do for beginners, because if you do like just listen to your body type of training when you're young and beginner, it's more difficult to realize you could be doing something wrong, you could be doing this and that, you could accidentally be pushing yourself too hard, you could, like, the thing is, like, when you're starting out in the gym, find a routine that you genuinely think is fun. Like, let's say you start off in the gym and you enjoy benching, talk. Have a good day. Have a good night. See you later. Fuck. Ugh.